Hey, today, here we are in beautiful Lake Tahoe, California at a gorgeous RV park with all of these trips. And this is one full week of ownership now for our brand new Arctic Fox 4 Seasons model 1140 with most or all of the features that we want. This is our Shakedown trip. We're going to do a 2-month trip later this fall, but there's always 100 little details on a new RV that need attention. And it's been a while, honestly, since we've been doing a lot of RVing. So there's things that we want to be thinking about for that longer trip. So again, this is the Shakedown trip from British Columbia through Washington State, through Oregon, down to California. Now we're heading back up by a different route through Oregon. And along the way, we're going to stop and do different segments of this video. Today is just a little bit of a background and context. Here we are, about to have the walkthrough and start loading it up with all our worldly possessions. Hey, it's a beauty. Too much fun. Okay, so we're going to be doing the pros and cons of this unit as we see them. And recognize that we're going to put a lot of emphasis on some of the pros that we really like of this unit, and the cons fall into two categories. Really, one, personal preferences, and two, design features that perhaps are necessary because they accommodate some other higher functionality of the camper unit. Let me give you an example. We're just going to walk over here. I'm going to pop this door open, and we're going to take a look inside here at the bathroom step. Now, that's not an insignificant step. I would prefer that there wasn't a step into the bathroom for a couple of reasons. Despite the domed ceiling in this unit, which adds a lot of height, both real and visually, it's still a little cramped in the bathroom if you're over 5'9", and we'll go into that a little bit more. But if it wasn't for that step up, we wouldn't have the underfloor heated water storage compartments and the necessary routing for all of the valving, so that this is truly a 4 Seasons camper with a heated compartment that is going to allow us to use this in weather as cold as minus 15 or 20 degrees. So as I go through some of the features and say, I would have preferred this, I would have preferred that, there's actually some really good reasons as to why those design issues are necessary. So that's number one, some context. Number two, our selection. The number one reason that we chose this unit was to have 4 Seasons capability with a Canadian dealer service network and a North American dealer service network. But it's important to us to have a local dealer to resolve any of the issues that we have. And Arctic Fox has an excellent dealer network in Canada. Why 4 Seasons? Well, Coral and I, yes, as much as we enjoy the summers, we also enjoy the winters, and we intend actually to return down here into the Lake Tahoe area this winter. The Ford F-350 has excellent traction, excellent stability, and we previously had a Lance 1172, and while one might say it was a 4 Seasons camper and one could reasonably comfortably sleep in it in cold weather, you couldn't use the water in it. And this one with its heated tanks, and we'll get into more of that a little later on, really is something that meets our needs. And so that was critical in the selection process. Number two, we plan on doing longer RV trips and had some requirements for how we load the unit, what we're going to tow behind the unit from time to time, where we're going to go with the unit in terms of some back road experiences and exploring. This unit is fully 800 pounds less in dry weight than the previous Lance 1172, and we made some really small sacrifices, I guess, in terms of overall floor footprint volume, if you want to put it that way. But this one certainly meets our needs. And that 800 pounds, yeah, that's important. Overall, the gross vehicle weight for this Ford F-350 loaded is 14,000 pounds. And with the Lance 1172 loaded the way we need it for a longer term trip, we were exceeding those weight limits. So those were the key criteria in terms of the selection. Okay, so we're gonna leave it right there for now, and we'll pick this up down the road in a bit. Oh, how I miss the California roads. I am not exaggerating this. This is us in our F-350 with the camper on back, and these are just bone shakers with the requisite 65 PSI in the tires. Here we are. This is it. I'm trying to hold the camera just as steady as I can. This is us now. Hey, well, let's keep this rolling by talking about the order that we placed with Arctic Fox. We initially ordered an Arctic Fox 1150. Delay, what's new these days, right? And so finally, the dealer says, won't be coming off the line till September. Well, what are we gonna do? We're traveling. So it turns out the dealer had an 1140 pre-ordered. We actually caught up with this unit while it was on the production line. We had the rear camera mounted. We had some other things done to it. We'll get into that. And there it is. So the differences between the 1150 and the 1140 were not material. I'll throw in a couple of links here. And we're just absolutely ecstatic to have this unit. A bonus we actually toured an 1150 unit, and to the very, very, very best of my recall, this 1140 has vastly improved storage. And you know what? We got it. We hit the road, and this is week 1 of ownership, and at day 5, yeah, an errant riding lawnmower caught a rock and put it through that window. I think I posted a little short on that experience, and there we go. Next, I'm going to talk just a little bit about the dealer. Right now I'm in Carson City. It's smoking hot here. We just finished a walking tour. If it looks like I've sweated through everything I own, it's because I've sweated through everything I own. We're hitting the road. We're off to Virginia City, and we're ending up at where, Coral, tonight? Mount Shasta. Yeah, we've got a spot reserved at a KOA campground. It's July. Campgrounds are full. We were fortunate to get it. We're rolling. I'm out of this heat. I'm looking at you. Here's looking at you, driver.
It was cute. It was a cute. Just nice little. What? Are you videoing me again?
I'm videoing you again. You're the driver.
There's another one of those
look at
fancy
this.
houses that you're like, Why would you build that here?
I know. Baking in the sun. Wow.
Coming down toward Reno, though, so maybe we're getting close to Reno.
Yeah, these switchbacks, like, we've been doing this for a while now.
Okay, before I talk about the dealer this morning, here we are in a KOA campground right near Mount Shasta. And we just finished readying the camper. We're going to be within 30 minutes. We're going to be on a hiking trail doing what we love best. We'll have a couple of day packs and away we go. You know what? It's a week and a day now since we took delivery of this camper, and I love this stage. We're getting a level of familiarity with the camper and where we have stuff so that for Coral and I to wrap up, it doesn't matter if we've laid out our ground cover, our camping chairs, our Starlink is up, the barbecue is out, all of that stuff. When we decide it's time to pull the pin, we have a clear division of labor. Coral looks after everything inside the camper, making sure everything is secure, cupboard doors, fridges, all of that stuff, dishes put away. We're all secured. Everything that's going on inside the camper. I look after everything that's going on outside the unit. And yes, we will double check with each other, but that's where we take it to. So now about the dealer, we got this unit from BCRV Sales in Chilliwack, and there were delays, but I couldn't, that was way beyond their control. Delays in everything today are way beyond all of our control. They bent over backwards. BCRV is now part of the O'Connor group of companies in British Columbia. And again, can't say enough about them. I've dealt with them on and off over the years, always with an excellent experience. And let me tell you what excellent is defined as in this case. When we realized there was going to be a pretty significant delay in taking delivery of the custom ordered 1150 Arctic Fox, the dealer bent over backwards, got us into a used unit with a letter of guarantee on the side for a guaranteed buyback price. No money wasted on taxes. All of the taxes we paid on that unit as a result of the trade-in got applied to this unit. And when the unit arrived, they had actually been tracking this unit daily and making daily phone calls or responding daily as to where the unit was in the final legs of the supply chain. And when the unit hit their premises, they knew that we were anxious to get started on this shakedown journey. They turned it around. All of the pre-delivery prep was done and the walkthrough was done to my satisfaction, and I was on the road within 24 hours of the unit hitting their lot. It doesn't get any better than that. You know what? There's a lot being said about RV dealers today, but here's a shout out to all of the legitimate, the hardworking, the customer focused, the really diligent, thoughtful dealers that are out there against all odds, creating a great customer experience. Okay, fast forwarding now. We're back home and we have a ton of great learnings, impressions, and perspectives about our little Arctic Fox 1140, including how to keep a covering over a completely missing window. Yes, I think the world of Gorilla Tape, but what to do when it all lets go? Hey, stay tuned for an upcoming episode on that specifically, as well as our impressions and perspectives on exterior amenities and storage, as well as what we liked and what we didn't about the interior of the Arctic Fox 1140. Those episodes and more will be coming at you shortly, and I guarantee you they'll be worth the wait. Stay tuned.